stumbled upon the Quasar Framework and I thought I'd share it with you. You can simply get started with it by visiting quasar.dev. It allows you to build high performance Vue JS user interfaces in record time. You can use to build Android, iOS, desktop, Mac, and Windows application and using your already existing Vue JS knowledge. So I thought I'd go through it and share it with you. So you visit the quasar.dev and click on get started. You can follow the simple installation guides that we have there. Okay, yeah, basic introductions to it. You have why Quasar, the sponsors, the backers. In case you want to sponsor this lovely framework, I want to give a shout out to the developers. They've done a great work. So move down to getting started and you click on the Quasar CLI, and as you can see, say Quasar is the pride. The Quasar CLI is the pride of the Quasar framework. You can seamlessly build a single page application stroke websites, server-side rendering apps stroke websites, progressive web apps, a mobile app through Cordova, and Electron desktop apps. Again, so basically all you have to do is install the Quasar framework, and after the installation is done, you click on install Quasar CLI. And if you have npm, you can run npm install -global to the Quasar CLI. If you make use of yarn, you can make use of yarn to install it. And you create your new Quasar projects by using the Quasar create and the name of the folder that you want your project to be named after, and you're good to go. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is open up our command, our terminal, our command, and we navigate to the folder where we want our Quasar apps to be stored. And we'll type Quasar create. Let's call this seed calc. We follow the regular instructions that come with Quasar, and then we are good to go. So the project name, we can leave it as seed calc. The project product name, let's just leave all that. You can change all that. Description, let's give it a simple calculator using Quasar and Vue.js. Okay, the author, let's leave that as seed media. And then okay, we can use SAS with indented syntax recommended. Okay, we'll leave it as auto import and use of Quasar. It's going to make a slightly higher compile time next to minimum bundle size, but it's the most convenient one. We're just getting started, so let's go with that. We don't need ESLint, we don't need Vuex, we don't need Axios, and we don't need the others, so we're good to go. Okay, then let's leave that as the ID. We're going to make use of npm. So I'll pause the video here now and I'll give Quasar the time to install all project dependencies, and I'll get back to you. So the installation is done, and you can see it says Quasar is relying on donations to evolve. We would be grateful if you can read our manifest on why donations are important. So I encourage you to go through the manifest and make as little contributions as you can to this great framework. So the framework is done installing our new project. So we open Visual Studio Code, and okay, so we navigate straight to the folder where we have our, we call it a seed calc. I will click open. So we'll quickly run through the process of setting up the Quasar app. But before we get started, let's just simply run Quasar dev to run our application. And we're going to be modeling the Mac calculator in this project. We're going to try to create a simple version of this. So let's just push it up to directly one section in case we need to reference it, and then design principles and all that. Okay, we have this here. Okay, so let's see. So Quasar, and yeah, we're done. We have a brand new project, Quasar project working. And most important, what I love about Quasar, it also offers hot reloading in the sense that your changes are reflected directly on your app as you make changes. So we're building an Android app. Okay, so we go into the source folder, and we have the router folder that handles the general routes of the page. You can see the root folder. We have under the layouts folder, we have the main layouts. We have a view component that handles the essential links, the links and the icons you're seeing on this page. But so we're not going to make use of that. We're going to delete that, and page is going to break. We're also going to rename the main layout to calculator. So that's all we're going to need. So we're going to go to the route.js, and we're going to change this to calculator. Okay, I think we're good to go, right? We're going to change that to calculator. Okay, I'll also go back to the calculator page, and we're going to delete everything here except we're not going to delete the templates. We're going to delete the components install import. We're going to change this to calculator. We're also going to delete all this. You don't need it, so we're going to get rid of all that. Okay, we deleted an extra comma. Okay, so okay, we're good to go now. I think everything should be working all fine. If you go over here, you see the page is all blank. We've deleted everything. So if you type this, okay, I'm gonna try an error. We need it to be in a parent container, parent components or parent element. We're gonna call this container. You can name it whatever you want. So let's follow standard. We'll call it container. If you type that, if you go to the page, you can see it's going to reflect. So it's supposed to reflect immediately. Didn't I save that? I think I did. Okay, we don't need this too. Components. Okay, so I isn't it? Okay, so it's reflected. Okay, so let's have a little bit of delay there. Let's call this a seed media calculator. Okay, go over to the page and we got it there. So let's go straight into the creation of our HTML page. We have our container. We're going to have how many divs? Okay, let's count the calculator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're going to need 21 divs to actually get this running. So, okay, so let's do this. That's okay. Let's make it 21. Okay, let's get this. I'm not the best when it comes to design and user interfaces, but I do pull my own weights, I think. So let's just bear maybe this tutorial isn't about CSS. It's a Quasar tutorial. Yeah, so we're gonna do the best we can. We'll delete the excess divs later. Okay, I'll pause the video here and fill in all these details so it doesn't get too lengthy, and I'll be back with you. I've typed out every div and I actually given them class and designed them with CSS. And as you can see, before we actually look at the CSS code, we can see that we have this is the display where the digits are going to be displayed, and we have different operands, declare, minus, plus and minus, percentage, divide, and we have the get digit function that actually takes values that's going to be used for the calculation. And you can see under our script export default calculator, we have the methods, different method name based on what is being called up here. And we have dot equals to plus or minus, and this is the CSS that we used in the design of this application. Before we start typing in the Vue JS or JavaScript codes, you can easily get all this from my GitHub page. I'm going to share it to get you to this stage, and you follow along so you don't have to type everything out word for word. And this is basically how the page looks like. I think we got close to our aim, so we can do this. We can just say inspect to give you that mobile feel, and it's okay. It's simulating the Galaxy S5. Okay, you see that there are currently no click events or actions actually being triggered. So we'll type our JavaScript codes and get straight to the working of this calculator. So I've typed out the JavaScript codes and I'm basically going to upload it to my GitHub page so you can take time out and go through it and familiarize yourself with it. But this tutorial isn't geared towards JavaScript or Vue.js directly. It's basically to show you the working principle of the Quasar framework and how it actually comes up to get you a nice mobile app. So the first thing we're going to do is I already have my iOS simulator running. So you can see from under the method we have the clear function, get digit, plus or minus, add, percentage, divide, multiply, dots equal to. You're free to pause the video and actually type along if you want to. You can simply just download a copy of this and get along with it. So let me upload it straight. Git add that's git commit. Let me send it straight. Let's call it JavaScript codes added. Git push. So I've sent that up to my GitHub page. The link has already been shared, so you can actually just download that. So I think the next thing we need to do now is actually get our app running on the iOS simulator. You can actually use Android if you want, to give you the feel of what is actually going on. So under the Quasar CLI, you scroll down to developing with Cordova. Under developing with Cordova app, you look for the build command. You have to ensure that you have Cordova installed in your current project, and you simply type Quasar dev-m iOS or Android, depending on the platform you wish to run your app on. So I'm going to be using iOS because I find it runs faster on my computer. I don't want to spend so much time troubleshooting it. So while the simulator is getting booted up, you need to understand that if you want to have an app icon, you can check under the app icon for Cordova, and you find out that the instruction is very straightforward and clear. And also publishing to the store, you can follow the instructions down here to actually publish your app to the App Store or the iOS Store, or actually compile your app to whatever platform you wish to run your app on. So let's head back to our codes, and it's still coming up. Okay, I think from the previous one, let's let that run. It says simulator already run, and that's what we just saw here. So it's going to boot it up. See, you actually have the default Cordova splash screen. So it's a 7 plus 2, 22, 29 plus 6, 35 minus 5. 30. So we have a brand new calculator app. You actually have your first Quasar app running on the mobile device. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. I'll see you on the next video, and thumbs up to the developers of this beautiful framework. Thank you for watching.